Doing pretty good. Harmony. Harmony. Harmony deals with social interaction. How do we interact with each other? The rules of engagement, so to speak. So, team and PvP. Team actually is not always, it's not just team deathmatch, although it is team deathmatch. I find that people who like to play multiplayer competitive games will play this game in team deathmatch. But it's also, I just want to feel that my contribution is part of a larger contribution, working with other people. Whereas PvP people want you to lose. Okay? I want to win that way. So, team players. I love you. You're my people. PvP. Oh, yeah, okay. Steve Moretsky is a PvP player. I'm not surprised. Okay. PvP players. All right. I thought that's funny. It was fewer of those than is often common. It must be because of the psychology interest. I don't know. Maybe you're a nicer bunch. Who knows? That's my bias coming out, by the way. I think team is important. Context versus mechanics. This was really hard to find. This is the difference between I want to understand how the game, and what's important to me is that we're playing the rules, and that's all I care about. I care that I win or lose, and I care about the way that system works. Context is I care about why. What's the world? What's the people? What's happening? Right? What's at stake? Right? It's tough. This is a tough one. It's a tough one. Okay. So the question to ask yourself is if your favorite game that has a story. Well, I'm not going to go through that. Anyway, you guys are going to figure it out. Context people. Mechanics people. Pretty evenly split. Not surprising. Not surprising. That's consistent. Games industry. Okay. So, who are our people? Team versus context. A team context player, someone who wants to know why, right? And someone who's all about the team and positive, that's going to be Mickey Mouse. Okay? Mickey is always interested to hear what's going on with you. It's all good. And I'm specifically talking about the Kingdom Hearts 2 Mickey Mouse, by the way, who's a badass. I don't know if you've played that game, but King Mickey, man, I would not want to cross that guy. Whew. But he'll come roaring to your defense. Context PvP. 1 versus 1 players who want to make sure that the other guy goes down, but cares very much about what's at stake and why. That's going to be the Jedi. There are many Jedi that could fit this slot, but of course I picked Qui-Gon Jinn because he wears his hair the same way that I do. It makes him instantly more noble, yes? He's actually the gray side of the Force, Qui-Gon. That's why I like him. PvP and just mechanics. Don't care why. Don't care why. Just want to beat you up. Really? Just want an excuse to kill you. Gummy Snake. Snake Plissken, who, in order to care about a single human being, had to have explosives planted in his neck, tied to that person's heartbeat. And it was the President of the United States, I would remind you. Snake Plissken. And he still fucked him at the end, right? Oops, I swore in the States. Okay. Did you guys play Far Cry 3? Mechanics team players who just want to get the job done and don't actually care that much about why. They really just at it. That's going to be Nick Fury. Hi. Who is all about the team, all about the world, all about what we're doing, right? But actually, what's at stake, it's good to know, and he knows it, but really it's all about getting it done. Execution, soldier. Sport, knight, killer, soldier. So what do they play? Whew, man. So Mickey's a tough one, and at the end of the day, here is what I have learned. Team context people tend to fall in 2 categories, but it's really the same game with or without real human beings. RPGs, and then RPGs in an MMO setting. And you can look at the extra version, the stuff, I remember multiplayer versus solo, to find out which one of these are going to fall into, right? But in an RPG, we are doing a thing, generally, right? And if you don't like other people, you have all these fake people that we are doing things with, which is great. I love them. This is why I played them all in my life. Okay, context PvP, I want to hunt you down and kill you, but I want to understand why. That's going to be EVE Online. Okay, great setting. Can you imagine Qui-Gon playing EVE? It's really easy for me. I really can. It's not much of a stretch. PvP mechanics, PvP versus mechanics. It's going to be Quake 3 Arena. Real deathmatch, not team deathmatch. Real deathmatch, right? 1v1, one winner. That style of deathmatch. That is all Snake plays, and it's awesome. That's what he does. And then team where the mechanics are really the whole thing and really just playing the game, it's going to be League of Legends. Nick is a gigantic League of Legends fan. He's, he's level 30, and he's moving up on the leaderboards, but he does curse a lot. He really is. He's getting downvoted a great deal. Okay. Top sort of context, team games, Little Big Planet, PvP, pure PvP games is going to be like Street Fighter. These are kind of examples that they can agree on. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. Okay.